Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to put together a video on how to remove the shifter knob on a manual transmission Nissan Versa, Sentra Cube, and I believe some Altamas are made in the standard transmission model. Most of them are 6 speeds. I'm sure some of them are still 5 speeds, but my Versa here is a 2012. I actually tried this on my '09 Cube, and they seem to be the exact same. Bear with me if it's a little crude of a video, but I feel that it would be beneficial to others who've probably looked into trying to get this shifter knob off and had no success. I've had a lot of Hondas and Toyotas where you just kind of turn it and it cracks and it snaps off. You just keep twisting and it comes off because it has the same kind of grooves here just built into the actual shifter. But this one does not. It was a little different, and I've looked online a bunch. No one really has a video on actually how to do this. One guy actually has a video just showing what his cool new shifter looks like, but it didn't actually help at all. So I'm going to put forth a little effort, and hopefully I do this right a second time. Like I said, I did it on my Cube, and it really worked out. Mind you that the car is on. I'm here in Texas, and it's hot, so I actually got the AC going while I'm doing this. First off, like I said, the shifter here is different, so it doesn't just, like, you can sit there and keep turning, but nothing happens. Right off the bat, what you're going to want to do is take a little bit of strength. I've actually already pulled it off once, so your first initial time pulling it off, if you've never done it before, you're actually going to have to put you're going to have to put your back into it. So you just kind of pull. I actually hit the camera taking this thing off, so you can actually see that it comes off. And even after taking it off a few times, it was still pretty on there. You don't have to worry, because if you choose, what, I'm not going to take it off. I've changed my mind. And then it's back on. But pull the camera back a little bit. And again, it just comes right off. Now, as you can see, that there's a plastic piece here that's kind of set in. It's not glued in or anything like that. There's actually underneath is the metal piece. Kind of looks like a cheese grater underneath. It's probably a poor choice of words for how this is set up, but that's kind of what it looks like. And underneath, it grips into this plastic silicone piece here. Now, for some people, they can kind of twist and pull at the same time, and they'll get lucky and actually get the whole piece off like this. This actually comes, like I said, from my Nissan Cube. So sometimes they're able to yank it off, and it comes like that. But that's not how it's going to work for me today. I'm going to show you, and just so you can kind of see, this is actually the shifter that I hope to kind of put on. It actually fits on here if I just wanted to kind of leave it just like that, but I actually want to show how to get the full shifter off, because or shifter knob, I'm sorry, because some shifter knobs actually have a ring that slips over, kind of like how you see here, or kind of like the ones that go to this one that have the grooves in it. I might have to set the camera down for a second. Hopefully, we can get everything in view, but this way you can kind of see what the next steps are. I'm going to use this set of vice grips here to get a really good grip on the rubber plastic silicone piece here to kind of crank it off. If I do this right, it actually should still be, somewhat intact, just kind of like this one. Hopefully I do it better than I did this one. This one got chewed up pretty bad, but we're gonna try to keep this one intact, since this is kind of the family car. So let me go ahead and set this here. Hopefully I'm gonna double check the angle, make sure that you guys can see. So I'm gonna get out. And from the looks of it, it looks good. So what you want to do is make sure the vice grip, some people call them channel locks, which I think is incorrect, but make sure it's on there good and tight. Like, you should actually put a whole lot of hand and arm muscle into like pushing this down and getting a good grip on it. What you're going to do is you're going to go counterclockwise just like you would just your regular shifter. And what we're going to do is grate or kind of chew up the inside of this plastic piece. And it takes some time, and can't be too scared. But as you keep going, you're actually already starting to have it move. As you can see here, what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of keep at it. Just kind of keep at it. And like I said, it's kind of chewing it up on the inside. And you just kind of keep going. And this actually isn't twisting it up, so you're not really gonna notice like, hey, it's coming up, but it's doing its job, as I said before, chewing it up on the inside. So there we go. We just kind of keep going. Sometimes you can kind of give it a little pull. Like I said, I want to kind of keep this piece intact as much as possible. So you just kind of keep going back and forth. Sometimes getting this motion going and then turning it. You just want to kind of chew it up on the inside. And eventually it'll give way. This sometimes takes a little bit of time. I might even have to cut out a little bit of it in editing, depending on what YouTube's requirements are. So, yep. You just kind of keep cranking it. This isn't a super quick and easy job. Just kind of keep going at it. You kind of give it a tug. You gotta pull up as you're turning. That kind of helps a little too. Yep. Kind of doing the same thing. Moving a little bit upwards as we kind of tug on it. And just keep going at it. Keep going at it. So, I guess some people would say, if you just have enough strength, you can actually grip the original shifter knob and just kind of crank it off. But this makes it a little easier, especially if you don't have a lot of strength. So, kind of keep going, keep going, keep going. And this really gets it. Now, bear in mind, when you grade something, or grate, or however you pronounce it, you have little bits of sliver leavings. So once I get this off, there's going to be a lot of little silicone pieces just kind of everywhere. So sometimes putting a mat down or a piece of plastic or something helps out a lot, but you don't have to. I'm taking this car over to the car wash right afterwards. So, alright, so the camera did stop on me, no big deal. I was able to, with a little bit of time and a little effort and yanking and pulling, I was able to get this this piece off. And as I said before, you got the kind of cheese grater kind of look to it. And as I also mentioned, you might want to lay something down if it did, depending on where it stopped. You want to lay something down because you're going to have a lot of that interior rubber silicone crap kind of everywhere. Now, give me a second. You find a, I don't know quite to call this, kind of a rubber or plastic adapter piece that goes to your new shifter. All of them are made different. So, some of them are slipovers, like this one. So you slip it over, and then you use kind of the set of screws, small screws that come with it. They usually come with a little Allen wrench as well, and you just kind of screw those in. And generally another adapter, like my other one has another adapter that you go put this on, slide the adapter over, set in the screws, and then you screw in the shifter itself. Now for this one's new to me because it comes just as a slide over adapter. So try to find one that's going to be snug. That one's way too small, but not too big as well. So I'm gonna go with this. It says 10 millimeter. I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm just gonna give it a little tap on there. Now, of course, this isn't gonna go on easy, as you can imagine. If this took so much to get on, once we put this one on, it's gonna be on there. So they also made it without screws, so give it a little bang. Like if you actually have a hammer, an actual hammer, this may help a bit more. But we also want to make sure we don't cut it off where this can't pull up, because for this standard transmission, the reverse is on the right hand side, so you actually pull up and go up in order to put it into reverse. So once we set it, you can actually see on the inside it's actually going through with all this movement. Just keep banging at it. Now this kind of messes up the groove, so you want to be careful and kind of tap it lightly to get it completely centered, and then you use this to kind of screw it all on. Don't want to thread it improperly. And you just kind of keep screwing this on. And just keep going until it's completely tight. Don't stop. There we go. Now it's tight, and that's our new shifter. And it still allows me to go into reverse. Yep, and that's all there is to it. Brand new shifter, or shifter knob. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.